Greetings viewers, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have another tool haul, this time from SK. We have not talked about or featured any SK tools on the channel previously, so this will be a first. Not to say that I haven't had any tools from SK. I actually inherited a few of them from my father that are quite old, and SK has been around for quite a while. This year, 2021, they're actually celebrating their 100th anniversary. SK is a US-based tool company slash manufacturer. They are based out of Sycamore, Illinois. SK does run some good deals. They have a monthly deals and steals promotion where you can get some tools at ridiculously low prices. SK is a professional tool manufacturer, rivaling Snap-on, Mac, Matco, Cornwell, and the others. SK does have tool trucks as well, but they are a lot lesser known than, say, the Snap-ons and Macs of the world. But they do make quality products here in the USA nonetheless. So what we're going to do today is take a look at what I picked up, and what I picked up is as follows. We've got a 1/4" drive socket set, the 44 piece. We've got the 3/8 12-point metric swivel sockets, not swivel sockets, universal sockets. We've got a super deep 11mm diesel turbo clamp socket. We've got 1/2" impact extensions, 1/4" impact extensions, and SK's X-frame ratcheting wrenches in metric and SAE. Kind of their big claim to fame over the last few years since they released them. I've been wanting to try them for quite a while now, and recently they came up on sale and I had a promo code, and I said, well, now's the time to pull the trigger. So we'll go ahead and push all this off to the side, grab each item one at a time, and take a closer look at them. So starting off, we're going to look at the SK X-frame ratchet wrench set. This is the metric set. Part number is 80019. This is an 8 to 19 millimeter. Absolutely beautiful set. Excellent chrome on the wrenches. Haven't really found any defects upon first inspection. The 14mm here, I did have a little bit of a green residue on it, and I reached out to SK on Instagram and they told me that it was likely some residue left over from the chroming process, and to try some degreaser. I put some purple power on it and it took it right off and did no damage to the chrome whatsoever. So that was resolved immediately. Their Instagram service, their customer service through Instagram, direct messages, is very responsive and very helpful. These are similar to Snap-on Flank Drive Plus in that they have teeth in the open end. They have a toothed gripping design. They do not have, if it'll focus, they do not have a name for this like Snap-on calls theirs Flank Drive Plus, or Mac calls theirs the Knuckle Saver system, or Matco has Opti-Torque, or Right has Right Grip. There's not really a proprietary name for this system. The box end is a 6-point ratchet end, and these wrenches are the highest tooth count, technically, highest position, lowest swing arc ratchet wrench on the market. They use a 72 tooth housing, but they have 6 individual ratcheting paws, and they are grouped in pairs of 2. This lets you have a total of 215 positions, because one set of paws is engaged while one set of paws is halfway disengaged and one set of paws is halfway engaged. So it only takes 1.7 degree swing arc for the next tooth set to engage. Very strong as well, being that they've got the dual paws, so it latches on opposite ends of the drive rather than most ratchet wrenches have the mechanism down here in the base and only have one paw in contact. So you have more surface area in contact at any given time when applying force to the ratcheting box end. How they calculate that is, if you've got the 72 tooth mechanism, so 72 times 3, because you've got 3 sets of paws, and then divide 360 by that, and you get the 1.7 degree swing arc. They also have an extremely odd sound. I say odd, but it's actually a really cool sound. They don't sound like any other ratcheting mechanism I've really ever heard. I'll see if I can get a really good sound clip of these. I'm going to pull it up to my lav mic. Very interesting, very unique sound from these wrenches. They also come with this nice plastic wrench holder inside the box. You can just pull it out and set it inside of your wrench drawer. Has the SK logo and the X-frame pattern in the bottom of it. Super, super neat. Ready to try these out, put them to use, see how they hold up, see how they compare to my Snap-on Dual 80 ratchet wrenches, my old Gear Wrench ratchet wrenches, and my Mac Precision Torque ratchet wrenches. So we'll be doing some tests between those and see what comes out, see what I like best. These are a 0 offset. There is no 15-degree offset on these, and they are non-reversible. They're a flip-over flat design like Gear Wrench. I think their first ratcheting wrench were a flat flip-over, non-reversible. So that is good in some cases and bad in some cases. There are some places where you can't get a 15-degree offset into, and there's some places where you can't get a 0-degree offset into. Really wide beam on these, so they're going to be more comfortable when pulling on them. They won't come to as sharp or thin of an edge, and you won't have that digging into your hand. The reason they went with the X-frame design is they found that most of the stress on the open end and the box end came from this area and the lack of reinforcement here. So that's why they made the X-frame, where it flows from the box end into the X-frame, as well as from the open end flowing into the X-frame, because the stress has a more linear direction to flow into the handle rather than with a traditional wrench. Will this extra bulkiness here of the X-frame design by the open end and the box end be a hindrance? Will it get in the way? Only time will tell with testing. So that was the first thing we got, was the metric set. Likewise, we'll go ahead and look at the SAE set. Both of these wrench sets I got, they are currently on promotion last I looked, but I had a 25% off promo code on top of it, so I got both the metric and the SAE with tax shipped to me for under 350 bucks. I think it was like 347 altogether. So the metric set is a 7-piece set. It is part number 80049, and it is 3/8 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Same exact layout, same design as the metrics, just a smaller set piece. I would like to see them perhaps in the future expand this down to 1/4 inch and up to 1 inch. But only time will tell on that. This set, the X-frame ratchet wrenches, I believe have been on the market for 6 years, 7 years, somewhere in there. They're relatively new, but not sure if they're going to expand on it or not in the future. Would be nice to see them offer some larger sizes and smaller sizes for the SAE. A lot of you may be wondering, why in the world did I even buy SAE? Who uses SAE anymore? But between the tractors and the 1950 Ford, my dad's 66 Plymouth, my brother's 67 Mustang, my old Caterpillar bulldozer, I've got lots of stuff that still uses SAE. So going to be using them on that stuff and using the metric on Subarus and other vehicles. Moving on from there, we've got the SK3911. This is a 12-point metric 3/8 inch drive universal socket set. This is a 10 to 19 millimeter. This was a Steals and Deals promotion. I believe I paid, I think, $130 for this set. Just to put that in perspective, comparable set from Snap-on is about $500. So it honestly was a steal and a deal to get this set for $130. Haven't even taken the plastic off of it yet. We'll go ahead and unbox it or unwrap it now on camera. So haven't even really looked at these, have not yet to use them. I think I got them about a month ago. I think it was in Steals and Deals back in January. So pretty basic, old school kind of socket set is the fact that it comes on a steel peg rail rather than a more modern twist lock rail in aluminum or plastic. I have a snap-on 6-point set of these, but it's not the full set. It's a limited set. I believe it's a 10, 12, 14, and 15. And really wanted to expand upon that and have all the way up until 19 millimeter. Not that I'll use them too terribly much, but you know, I'm from the camp of rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You never know when you might need a universal socket, one where you cannot get, say, a swivel impact socket into, and you know, you have to use it on a ratchet. One place that I normally use these on Subarus are for the nuts on the bell housing at the bottom between the engine and transmission. That's 14 millimeter. And I use as well a 14 millimeter on the AC compressor bracket, getting it loose from the engine when doing an engine removal, engine replacement, head gaskets, etc. So that's two places that I know of offhand that these sockets come into play and are handy, at least in the 14 millimeter size. That said, you know, I work on more than just Subaru, but majority of what I do is mess around with Subarus. So again, not much to talk about on this. It's a 12-point metric, 3/8" drive universal socket set. Chrome is beautiful on it, aside from my smudgy fingerprints all over it. USA made set, of course, because as far as I know, just about every single product that SK makes is made in the factory there in Sycamore, Illinois. And you know, getting it on a Steals and Deals deal for $130, it made it all much sweeter of a deal. On from there, we've got the, not sure the part number. Okay, we got 31160. This is a 1/4" drive impact extension set. I believe we've got a 2-inch, 3-inch, and a 6-inch. And we've got, don't have the part number on this. I think it was on the plastic that was over this. It's a 1/2" drive extension impact set. I'll put the part number down in editing if I can locate it. But we've got, I believe, a 2-inch, 3-inch, 5-inch, and 8 or 10. Not sure, cannot tell by the part number. That's a good thing about Snap-on part numbers. I know how to decode them. But I have actually been using these and haven't had any issues with them. I don't remember the price. I'll put it down here as well. Pretty sure it was around $100, a lot cheaper than the Snap-on impact extensions were, as well as these 1/4" drives. Haven't used them yet, but I'm sure it will come in sometime. It'll come in handy to have these. And I believe these were a Steals and Deal as well. I think I got them pretty cheap. So one more loose item to look at, and that is this. This is the SK 11 millimeter 40811. This is an 11 millimeter super deep 1/4" drive socket. What this is used for is turbo band clamps on turbocharged vehicles. I mainly got it for my Duramax, but most Power Strokes and Cummins use these kind of band clamps as well for all the charge pipes and all the turbo plumbing. So haven't got to use it yet, but I'm sure it will come in handy next time I need to do anything to the Duramax where I've got to take loose any of those clamps and remove intercooler, turbo, anything like that. So I can't remember the price on it. I think it was maybe 20, 30 bucks. I'll put it in again at the bottom, but if I recall correctly, it was cheaper than the Snap-on version of that socket. And coming in last but not least is the SK 91844. This is the latest acquisition. It just arrived yesterday, actually. This is a 1/4" drive socket set, 44-piece, SAE and metric. As you see here, it says Ratchet upgraded to dual pawl technology. So this set normally comes with a 60-tooth mechanism round head ratchet. SK in the last few years came out, actually I don't even think it was last few years, I think it was last year. It's relatively new. They came out with the dual pawl cartridge, drop-in cartridge for the ratchet, so it takes the 60-tooth 1/4" drive to 120 teeth. I believe it took the 3/8" from 40 to 80 tooth, and I believe the 1/2" as well was 40 to 80 tooth or 50 to 100. I can't recall offhand. I'll put it down below. But this socket set is in the deep well, you get a 6 to a 15, and in the shallow, you get a 4 to a 15 millimeter. You get 2 extensions. You get a 9/16 down to a 1/4 inch in deep, and you get 3/16 up to 9/16 in the shallow sockets. So as I said before, at the beginning, we are going to be doing a head-to-head of USA-made 1/4 inch drive socket sets. We're going to compare this 44-piece SK to the 44-piece Mac and the 44-piece Snap-on set. So be on the lookout for that video. Not normally a fan of round head ratchets, but I'm always game to try something different to see if, you know, it might be something better or something I prefer to use. So really quickly, I'll throw a 10 millimeter deep on here. The camera will focus. Focus camera. And take a look and listen. At that 122th mechanism. So again, really nice chrome on these sockets. Only found one issue, or 1 or 2 issues with little defects in the chrome work. Nothing major. I did happen to realize the other day when inspecting it that SK accidentally sent me 2 8 millimeter shallow sockets in place of a 5/16 on the SAE side. I reached out to them on Instagram, and they are immediately shipping me the correct 5/16 shallow socket. So again, their customer service is on point. If you have any issues, they will take care of it right away. All of these tools, as far as I know, yeah, the impacts, the universal, the deep well, the X-frames, and this are all covered under SK's lifetime warranty that covers defects in material and workmanship. Basically the same warranty that you're going to get from Snap-on, Matco, or any other professional hand tool company. So we will be using these, trying them out, see how the sockets hold up, see how the ratchet holds up, you know, trying this stuff out in place of my normal Snap-on and or Koken stuff. Been using the Koken 1/4 inch stuff for about a year, a little over a year now, and actually need to do the long-term review on the Koken stuff as well as long-term review on the Milwaukee stuff, but I'm getting off subject here. This is all SK in this video. Alright guys, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.